Just like to call it.
Good eye.
Formally, I would like to call Sandy Wilbur to the stand.
Sandy Wilbur.
Colin, say hi.
Put your left foot on the Bible, or just sit down. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So
Cool, cool, cool.
Cool. So, first of all, please identify to the jury who you are.
I'm Sandy Wilker. I'm 28 years old, and I work for Prime Cut Meats Company.
Yep. And who were you currently working for at the time of the murder?
Still working for Prime Cut Meat Company.
And what was your relationship with T-Berry, and how did it evolve?
So I started off with Prime Meats Company right out of high school, and I just kind of evolved. I worked my way up through the system, and then I ended up getting on a pretty good route because I've been there for a while. And then from there, I really liked all my customers, and I even liked them to the point where they give me free food and drinks and coffee, and I try to pay them if they would let me.
Oh, that's nice. So, describe for me the homeless situation where you do make many of your deliveries.
There's not a homeless outside. I know around many of the companies, so much so that there was an active group that was formed by some of the owners of the different restaurants.
Right, and, yes. So who is Therese Jameson?
She was a former employee of the Terrible Towel Cafe.
And, did you know her well? Or did you know her as an employee?
No.
Have you seen her work?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Did she ever show up late to work?
From what I saw, yeah, she showed up a couple of days out of the week late
Like,
sometimes.
how late would you say on average she showed up?
15 to 20 minutes on some of those days.
And how often would you witness her?
A couple of days of the week.
Yeah, okay.
Depending.
And, so what was the end result? How did T-Berry end up dealing with this situation?
She just ended up firing her from all the latenesses.
So going back to November 20th, 2004, when do you remember Miss Jameson walking in?
She walked in about 9 o'clock, and then they went to the back room while I was sitting.
Okay. And when did you next see T-Berry?
I saw T-Berry walk out, or I saw T-Berry come out and grab me about 10 minutes after they finished talking.
Okay. And did you meet with T-Berry after she, or in the same room following T-Berry's discussion with Miss Jameson?
Yeah, we met in the back room.
And were you close enough to the room to have heard any chaos or yelling that would have occurred between the two?
Yeah, I would have heard sounds in the front. They're just in the back.
Okay. And where were you this whole time? You said you were
Yeah,
in
they're
the
just
front.
in the front.
My bad on that one. After you met with T, where did you go?
I exited out the back door, and I looked down the alley, and I saw about 4 or 5 guys, a group of kids, crowding around the dumpster.
Would you be able to recognize any of these?
Not recognizing them, but I've read articles about some of these, about like gangs or groups of kids in the downtown area trying to do their job and cleaning up kids. That's what it said.
Okay, and what exactly were they doing around the dumpster, as you
They were
said?
just kind of crowding around the dumpster with the lid open, and then when they saw me, they put the lid down. And
So
once they saw that they were there, once they realized that I was looking at them.
that's when they ran. Okay. And did you hear anything about this group? You said you did before.
Yeah,
You
like I
read
said
about them.
before,
Did
just
you hear
don't
about
hear.
them after it all?
No, just the article.
Okay. And that's all.
Oops.